What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XCN OnyxCoin today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Here we are at about 0.00916, 20 hours, 34 minutes left on this, the 8th of April. Yesterday, the 7th, we found a nice little relative low here, and as we have throughout this whole entire downtrend, we had an immediate reaction to the upside. This has been the kind of expected behavior whenever talking about breaking below the land of the rising sun. Let's actually look at this real quick. Did we go? How well did we track this here from this low? Oh, that's not what I was looking for. From a low to a high. Good. Yeah, we went just below the 1414. So this is a very normal reaction. Moving up from here, closing above the golden ratio would actually be a really good thing. So just keep this in mind, you guys. Closing above 00936 on a 4-hour basis. Let's say 2 4-hour candles in a row, specifically 2 4-hour periods in a row. If we can close above 00936, that would be awesome. Any daily periods, anything higher, that's preferred. And then, of course, if we can get back, and when we get back above 1 cent here, 1.03 cents essentially, then it's time to start celebrating. Then I think that we really are getting away from this overall downtrend and looking to recover. But before we go too much further on that note there, right, this is what I was looking for. So we were talking about this, how if we go below the land, because we didn't know if we would go below this low yet back here, but it was kind of expected to happen to some degree. I definitely was expecting this to be the low down here. It seemed as though we were scraping the bottom here. The crypto markets were coming up and the stock market started to crash, but the crypto markets just had a little bit of a delay on that, and they caught up before the week opened here. But you know, I digress. So what? We call this to be the low. It wasn't the low. We have a slightly lower low here, but the expectation was, even if we go below this low, even if we go below the land of the rising sun, which we did both there, that it would be very short-lived, and we'd come back up to this area. It would be a moment. If you blinked, if you were sleeping, and I was sleeping, you wouldn't have even been aware of this. So nothing to be concerned with. A lot of volume came down here. We went nowhere, you guys. A lot of volume came down, and it was a fake out. It got eaten up immediately. Now what we need to do is let the bulls run. We need to continue moving up here. So, of course, close above those areas we were talking about. Let's see, at that 236, where was it? Come on, going all the way back. Did I not post it? Maybe I didn't post it. Let me see. Look at this from a low. Nope, that's not it. Low to high. Not 236, my bad. The golden ratio at 00936. The 236 above 1.03 cents is very important, but at least getting above the golden ratio is something that we'd like to see to validate this as a low, or at least help validate this as a low. I think it would be very much validated if we can get above 1.03 cents. That's what we need to see, right? A lot of these lows before, whenever we were calling for the lows to happen, we didn't have validation yet, right? These were just preemptive calls on these potential lows that we had. This literally would validate it, right? Back here, if you remember, the price area to validate this as the low was 1.2 cents. We didn't get there. Back here, the price area to validate this as a low would have been closing above 1.5 cents. And we got very close, but we didn't close above there. We didn't get there, right? So it keeps moving down. This is the validation area. And again, as we have for this low, as we have for this low over here, we're looking to see if this is the low. But before we can really validate it, getting above 1.03 cents is kind of the thing we need to do. Not kind of, very literally the thing we need to do. 4-hour RSI looks killer. I love it. Daily RSI looking good as well. Yeah, it's rolling over. And this is actually something cool. I wanted to remember what I was looking at here on the 4-hour RSI. It's continued to be cool, it seems. Let's see. Finding resistance all the way through here, right? Resistance, broke above it, found support, broke back below it. Resistance, wrestled with it, and now we've been finding support. We tipped this for support. The further up we can go, the further we can get away from this line, you guys, it will really convince not just the people who are holding this, but potential speculators who are on the sidelines looking to get in on this thing whenever it validates that it's broken out of this area here. It has broken out of its bull flag. We're just back testing the flag on the upside, and if we can start to separate and really get a breakout move, that would very much excite the price potentially all the way up to about 20 cents or higher. And here we are just below 1 cent. So these are still the expectations. Nothing has changed, right? We're very clearly in a bull flag. It's a massive bull flag. Bull pole, bull flag. Whenever we break out, the target area, as of now, I think is at about 17 cents, but we're expecting to go a little bit above the measure move. Let's see. Low to high here. Measure move. Oops. Oh. Let's see. It's about 16 cents, I think. I think I've got this a little bit lower, but it's probably at about 16 cents. Measure moves are not always respected. Sometimes you do go a little bit above, sometimes you go a little bit below. So do anticipate anything in this area to provide resistance, though maybe not 18 cents, 17 cents specifically. Who knows? That's all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. As far as has XCN found the low, I hope I answered your question. I think that it has. This actually is my expectation that it has. If it hasn't, then I think Bitcoin, might drag it with it because it might be going down here a little bit more. And if it does, then we could see some kind of slightly lower low, a higher low, maybe a flash crash, a real fake out again to the downside, and then coming back up again. Any kind of price action below this low here, below these low areas here at about 0.085. I don't expect it to be long-lived, and I expect that we'll recover in a very short amount of time. But as of now, we're looking for this to be the low. From a low to a high here, this 236 is important at 1.03 cents. We close above that on a daily basis, 2 4-hour candles in a row. That's when it's time to celebrate. So I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. 1 hour RSI looks good. We just need to see a little bit more growth. 4 hour has potential, but again, we need to keep going. So just go to those targets that we've been talking about the whole video. All right, take care. Bye.